has them. I accept that I have them. And you know what? I take the small baby steps because that's the only thing I can do.
Cool. I
I
mean, you're
can't I
making
can't
steps.
just keep talking about it and then expect it to fix itself, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
It's a
Making
slow
steps.
process. And that's the point, you know? Then what did you I just forgot what you said before I started saying that.
About what was I talking
Uh
about?
you said you were doubtful of what?
Oh, about your listening.
Yeah,
Well, then it
so
became
Daniel,
opinionated.
I'm just curious because we haven't really talked too much,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just wondering how can you exactly say that you're doubtful of the fact that I can't listen just when we've had maybe two or three actual serious conversations?
I
I mean,
mean,
unless you're just really good at whatever you do and you just know that I'm not listening to you or I'm not understanding. But as far as I know, I mean, I know I'm not perfect, but I think when I'm having a conversation with you, I get a little heated
yep,
and I get a little frustrated and I let my emotions come into things.
yeah, and that doesn't give
But
you the
that
most
doesn't stop
logical.
me from actually still saying the truth about certain
You
things.
have certain things that trigger you, Junior, and then you get
Yes,
lost
Daniel,
in your
because you're
emotion.
my brother. You're my brother. I've lived with you my whole life.
Yes.
Mostly everything about you is going to trigger me. But that's exactly the point, though. If you were a random person, I wouldn't even be taking this much effort to explain these things to you or to talk to you about these small things.
Uh huh.
Of course I would. I would not waste my time at all. But it's because you're my brother and I've lived with you for the past basically 18 years. And because I want to grow a good relationship that we actually have, a good foundation, not just League of Legends and video games and all this other stuff. I want to know about your fucking life. Like, I get it.
Okay.
You don't really like to open up,
So,
Daniel. I get it. I know you
yeah.
don't want to, but me, it helps
So,
me sometimes
okay.
to have a conversation with someone from my family
Yep.
because for one, you know why I could have called somebody at tech school, but I didn't call any of my family. And
Yep.
I was struggling.
Yep.
I really was. And I should have called somebody. But you know what kind of mindset I had back then? I can take it. I can handle all that shit by myself. I don't
Yep.
need to ask anybody for help. I don't need to talk to nobody. Nobody needs to know my business. Blah, blah, blah. It don't really matter. Let me just get this shit over with. But you know what that led to? That led to all this shit right here. Where I
Yep.
am right now. But I don't regret it, obviously.
Of course.
Obviously, it's life. Shit happens.
Yep.
So I accept that.
Okay. So,
But you know what it taught me? It taught me that actually sitting down, not even just sitting down, just having a conversation, open dialogue, dude. It helps so much, you know? Because all these things that you don't explain, all these things that you don't tell these people that are close to you are going to come up later in the future. And you know what? They're not going to have any context. You might not have any context. I won't have any context. And you know what that leads to? That leads to basically strong emotions and saying things that you might regret or saying things that you don't really mean. I mean, without that context, how do you expect somebody to understand and be understanding of you if you don't explain, you know? And
mm,
sometimes it takes time, I get it. Sometimes you can't just be like, yeah, so my life is just fucking don't happen. I get it. Sometimes you just really don't have the effort or the strength to do it.
hmm.
For me, I'm taking the opening step, even though I'm emotional and I may let things get to me, but this is the first step I'm trying to take with you out of the many other first steps I've tried to take in with you, but with slightly more emotion.
Yeah.
But the older I get, Daniel, it's not going to get any worse. I'm
It
just
can.
going to be more and more understanding of you. But granted, at the same time, I'm also not going to play around anymore. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time if you're going to, not actually try to sit down and be a grown up and have a conversation with me. Because yes, back then I do bring a lot of emotions, but as the older I get, I'm not gonna be so emotional anymore. I'm
So
just not gonna, I'm just not really gonna care as much anymore,
you're
and I don't
like
want it to be like that. You
when you make
know,
an argument, you
everything
can't.
you say to me is important.
Yes. So you have very your arguments are like I said, filling in. You can't use the words "it's just a game." You can't use the words "grow up." Those things are very what's the word
Oh,
subjective.
sorry. Hold up. My headphones fell out. What were you saying?
Oh my god. So you have to be
No, I
careful
have earbuds.
with your arguments. You can't be saying things like "it's just a game," and you can't say things like "grow up." Those are words you see more in the more demeaning. In your context, when you're using it, you're saying it demeaning. Where you're saying those things are no value to you, or you're saying those things are pretty much you yourself are not in a grown-up state, which is not exactly the way you want to argue because you have to have backing for what you're saying, and those
Wait,
kind of
wait.
arguments
What do you mean by saying you're talking about how say
grow up. Yeah.
grow up is a demeaning thing to say, but sometimes it's just the truth? I mean, to me, that's what I think when I say
So,
that
what you mean
sometimes you
by
just
you have
need to.
to give more specific, not don't be like grow up. That's like the
I mean,
easy
grow up is
argument.
very general. Yeah,
Yes.
I get.
And don't
But
say things like it's just a game too. People put values on various things. It's something that's important to them. If you say things just a game, you're pretty much saying what you value is nothing. It means nothing.
see,
So you have
okay,
to be
Dale,
careful
let
with
me
how you
explain it to
explain
you.
that. Okay?
So the way I talk is I put it general sometimes because I
Yes.
don't want people to think a certain way about the way I say things.
Mm-hmm.
And that is actually a lot from me being with Hannah
Mm-hmm.
because I have to watch a lot of the things I say and my approach and the way I structure, the words that I say.
Yes.
And
It's
so I
important.
speak in a very general tone sometimes, even though in this case, I should be more specific with you, of course, because you like details.
Yes.
Now, so that see that right there is me explaining to you. There's reasons why I do that. It's not on purpose, and it's not because I don't know what I'm talking about, But
Saying
that's just
things
something I
though.
do because it stems from my relationship.
Yes.
So,
Saying
like I
things the
saying,
right
I
way.
didn't mean I didn't mean grow up in a demeaning way, but I just meant growing up as in like a reality check.
Okay, Jane. Same thing. A reality check, same thing. Pretty much, you're saying that they are
But
in
I'm
a.
not saying that for you, Dale. I'm
Okay, okay,
saying I'm saying that for me too.
okay.
I say that for me too. I'm not just talking about you. When I'm saying these things about you, they 99% of the time probably apply to me too, Dale. I promise you.
Okay. So, yes, I'm just saying, definitely for arguments, when you get in motion, definitely, I'll just letting you know for future arguments or communications, I'd be careful with how you say things more so you could portray your feelings more to your true intent, not and try to have it in a way where, it's not, what's that word? But it adds more to your
Now,
character.
is this in specification to you, or are you saying this in general?
In
Because
general, for
I
you, for whenever
I
so we have a better understanding on what you're trying to say and what better understanding on what you want.
you
But yeah.
know I generally don't really like to do that because I know sometimes when I specify a little too much, I can get a little too into it
Yes.
because I know that I take things very seriously sometimes, especially when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to things like this.
Yep.
And I don't want to do that to just anybody that I have an argument with, obviously. So that's where I have to learn certain restrictions and not just do it to anybody. I could be specific, Daniel. That's
Mm-hmm.
not an issue. But it's just I'm so used to being around a lot of different people and having to talk to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So I am generally used to speaking in a general manner about certain issues and certain topics because as soon as you start bringing in specifics, not just one party but both parties, we'll start to get into it. Because as soon as you start specifying things, people want to start really stating their strong opinions on those things.
Yeah, but
And usually I try to avoid that because obviously, like me and you, we don't like confrontation. I don't.
I don't mind it. It gets to the
Yeah.
answer. And it pretty much shows you're, in a sense, closer to your true side and what you really feel.
So now you appreciate confrontation?
I don't mind it. Like a lot of times I don't really aim for it because it takes a lot of effort. So and then I get lazy and like I don't want to feel like.
But you also realize it's necessary though, sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes people don't want something, and they don't like.
Some people are hard-headed.
Yes, very true.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. But ultimately, we're gonna get to the whole goal. Your more point of this is you want a closer relationship. That's all, right?
Hey, Dan, I don't really like the fact that you're just saying I just want a closer relationship, but
Is that not?
bottom line, essentially, that is what I want. But just having this conversation with you right now is probably the best I've felt with you in a while because this is the most I've heard you talk. You know, there's been conversations between us where you're like, okay, Junior.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, so I'm glad you can accept that, so I know you're actually, realize that you do some of these things. I mean, so you've had conversations with me. So this to me, I appreciate this. Even though I might be getting a little frustrated right now, also because of the fact that I'm trying to get ready, but I appreciate you actually, instead of just being demeaning and, criticizing me for every little thing that I say and making it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. You're giving me feedback, you're giving me input, and I appreciate that. It's way better than the other conversations I had with you. And honestly, that is the first step, and it feels good. Because you're teaching me things, Daniel, and hopefully, in my eyes, maybe not, I don't know, because, you mentioned to me before, just like you said earlier, this isn't going to really affect me, which, obviously, how am I supposed to feel as a brother if I'm pouring my heart out to you and you say it's not going to really affect you? You can't expect me not to get my feelings hurt, Daniel. Well, that's like you opening your heart up to me about something, and then I'm like, damn, I mean, I don't, it's not going to affect me what you say. I really don't care,
Junior.
You don't have to say that. You can say, that's what I'm saying, Dale. You, I think, need to be a little more cautious about the things that you say, too.
So, Junior,
I mean, just...
This is the whole point of it. That's the thing. Remember, relationship is two ways. If you want me to be cautious, that means you want me to lie. Is that what you want me to do then?
Daniel, what?
Junior, I'm telling you how I
feel. That's not lying. That is not lying.
No, you mean say,
you do not have to lie to be cautious.
No. Cautious? No. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm literally getting down to the whole feeling on how I feel.
Yeah, damn, but it's the wording though. That's what we're telling you. You don't have to say, I don't really care about what you say.
That's what I 100% feel.
You don't have to say it that way.
So you want me to sugarcoat what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I agree with you. That's right. That's right. That's true. If you're telling me that's 100% how you feel, that you really just don't care and that's your honest feelings.
You're trying to better understand.
You want to be on.
Yes.
That's fine. Okay. I get that. And I'm sure you wouldn't do that to just anybody. Hopefully not.
That's why most people I'm nice to, because they don't understand all of me. Like I said, I have a very cold. There's a lot of people that want to spend time with me, but I can't spend time with everyone. So I'm very keen on who I spend time with. And I'm better at spending time with people, having a deeper relationship with people who are next to me. And if you're not next to me, you're probably not going to get the best relationship because I'm not next to you and we can't go do things together. So that's why it's usually limited to games.
So basically what you're saying is we can't have a long distance relationship now. It's fucked up.
Is not exactly my particular flavor. I don't really care for it as much. I meant, regardless, it's super close.
I'm just messing with you, bro. I was just kidding.
Yes.
That's fine.
I'm just letting you know, though, the one you're seeking more is definitely, I mean, I already know we have a good foundation. Like, regardless of how much time we spend away by not talking to each other, I'm always know that we can always talk. It'll be like 2 years of not talking to you, and I'm sure I'll talk to you and we'll be just best buddies again. So I know that. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, usually things of this don't bother me
I'm just curious, Joe. What makes you so sure about that, though?
because I meant you're a
Because
good person. What do you mean?
because we're brothers.
No, because
Because
you're
we're
just
nice
a
to each
good.
other sometimes.
No.
I just really want to know because you don't ever actually explain that. You seem so confident that we'll be okay,
Yeah.
but obviously you see that like I feel a certain way about some things,
Because
and you're just so confident we'll be okay. So what
we
is
will
where's
be.
that confidence coming from?
What do you mean?
What
Because
is stemming from that?
I meant I
Because
interacted with
you're
you.
saying we might not talk for 2 years, and then we'll come back together and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Because what we're brothers. I mean, what is your reasoning behind that? Why do you think we'll just be okay all of a
Not
sudden
just because
after
brothers.
not talking for
The
a while?
brothers have a nice aspect to it, though. But you already know what I think of family. You know, just
Yeah,
because
I
it's
know,
family.
Dan. We're all on the
Yes.
same playing field, and you're beating all of us just to get to the top. I know, Daniel, which is
Yes.
really, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. Just like Mark will say, there's nothing wrong with being selfish for yourself.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a cruel world, and people
It
have to
can
do that.
be.
But at
It's
the
nice
same
too.
time, do you think you get where you are in this world by yourself, Daniel?
Of course not.
Of course not. You know what family is? Family is the one that's there for you most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Granted, you can hate them sometimes, but you can love them sometimes. But like I'm saying, don't just say it casually like we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because if I really am feeling a certain way, Daniel, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, Daniel, my best brother, oh, I love you so much. I'm so glad we're back. No, I mean, granted, we'll be grown up, but at the same time, it's just like you take it so lightly, to say something like that. If I know I feel a certain way about how we are, I'll talk to you before being like, nah, we'll just be okay. You talk very lightly about it, very casually
Mm-hmm.
about saying we'll just be okay, even if
Yeah.
we don't talk for 2 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, Daniel, I guess this is kind of hit a dead end.
I meant, like I said, that you want to know how I feel. This is how I feel. I say if you want to get closer, told you how I used to get closer. The more we just interact, and the more you communicate, which was nice. So appreciate the communication though. But like I said, it's probably more. It's nice.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. Taylor's still there. I'm sure she's probably listening.
No, she went upstairs real quick. She had her headphones. She's on and off. I could grab her real quick.
You're good. I gotta leave anyway soon.
Okay.
I mean, well, let me think. I mean, never mind. Actually, I don't think I should. I don't really think Taylor should be brought into this.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
the point. I'm open to hearing open people's views, but at the same time, I don't think Taylor really knows our lives like that. So.
No.
Or our past experiences. So.
Mm-mm.
All she can say is from outside perspective on the things that we say. So.
Yeah.
I won't really do that to her.
She knows I have a very calm demeanor. She knows I have a lot of different sides. There's a lot more
Trust
she
me,
still needs to
Daniel.
learn.
She'll be figuring that out up until you die, or if you guys stay together.
Yep.
So, but I won't do that. I mean, I'll do it with Hannah just because, me and Hannah, I've fucking known her for like 10 years now. So,
Yeah.
ever since high school. So,
True that.
me and Hannah have had that conversation over and over again.
Mhm.
So that's why I'll talk to Hannah about those kind of things. And actually, I wouldn't mind Hannah actually having a conversation with you. Granted, Hannah actually does really like you. She thinks you're really really sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. She's heard your conversations that we've had,
Mhm.
and I thought it'd actually be pretty interesting to hear what Hannah actually had to say to you about some of those things.
Yep.
Because I'm just curious because you already know how most of our conversations go between me and you. We've talked plenty of times. You
Indeed.
know,
What's
small
up?
interactions, and
Bussy?
you've heard my point of
What's up? You
view.
good?
You know how I think. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not saying you fully understand how I feel and all that
Thank you.
stuff and listen to everything that I had to say, but it would be nice to get another opinion.
Yeah.
From Hannah's perspective, I've just always been kind of curious if you're ever willing to actually try that.
Yeah.
Granted, this is not something that's like a fucking like a shakedown or anything. It's just like a conversation, just really get up, just talk, get an understanding, see where people are coming from, see
Yeah.
what people think. Obviously, like you said, you don't have to take I know you're not gonna take any of it to heart, obviously, because that's just how your personality is.
Yep.
But it'll be nice to hear.
True.
Anyways, Daniel, it was a nice conversation, but I guess I'm gonna just head out because
Like I said, most things, usually actions speak a lot louder to me. People could say words, so a lot of time words aren't really that much of an effect on me.
Daniel, that's the point though, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not close enough to do actions, Daniel, what do you have? You have words, and words are just as important as actions.
They can be.
I hate to
Depends
say
on
it,
how you say it.
but it's true.
They can.
I get
be.
it. I know Okasan always said, "Actions speak louder than words." True.
I meant
When you're
talking is an action too.
ain't can do.
But depends on
That's
how
what I'm
often
saying.
and what you do with those words.
Exactly.
But
But
yes.
I've tried to throw words at you, and it
Yes.
has ended a little quiet.
True.
So I've attempted, but it's like
you attempted on more of your what's that word? It's
on what,
kinda,
my terms or something?
Yeah, in a sense, your terms on what you had something you were aiming for, and you didn't get answers that you were seeking, and it weren't answers that you wanted. So,
But the thing is, the answers you gave me weren't even real answers, Daniel. They were, yeah, okay, Junior. I mean, you can't call those real answers.
Not
What
those
do you,
arguments, Junior. The ones beforehand, the big ones.
Talking about
the ones where you took your steps.
What?
The other arguments, Junior, not the regular conversations.
Talking about our past?
The other arguments that you try to get closer, right?
Yeah, but yeah, the other ones when you were like basically just being like,
Are you just talking about the casual conversations in Discord?
I mean, with me, just you?
I mean, that's just how I am.
I mean, I'm pretty sure having any conversation with you is, I don't know what you would call it, a friendly acquaintance.
Pretty much.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Appreciate the birthday wishes, though.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'm gonna go tell Carson about all this because it's frustrating me, so.
Don't worry, thanks. Although, I'm sure Mom's doing fine, Pa. Do need to check on Grandma, though.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be worried about you after I tell them everything.
No, they trust me.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. That's what Ma tells me.
I know. But Ma, she's very patient. Unconditional love. You should understand that the most.
Obviously, Daniel. That's why I am the way I am now.
True.
Anywho, pretty late.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late, Junior. Well, what's going on, Jonathan? You good? Jonathan? Ah, he left. No! Wow. That's timing.
All right.
Okay.
You have a good rest of your birthday now. Hopefully you have a decent one.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be a birthday.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, there goes Jonathan.
Tarkov just cuts off Discord for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, oh, I was gonna say, hey, Jonathan, you there? And then he just disappeared. I was like, oh shit. Oh man.
Anyways, I guess I'll talk to you later, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have a good one. Hopefully everyone's all good.
Yes. Um, there's just a lot of things that I can point out. A lot of things of the dynamic relationship and perceptions.
I mean, I don't know, like ultimately to me, Junior just wants a specific kind of relationship. You know, he has certain
I
things
know that's
that
like the
he
key main
desires.
focal point of Junior's like aspect with you, and something there's something like Junior is like regressing towards your perception, how he's portraying you like right now.
Yeah.
Cause there's something I don't see you, Daniel, that Junior is portraying you. This is like something that's all done in the past and something that way beyond my means of family right there.
So this is the thing that Junior's gonna hold over you, Jonathan, is because he's seen a lot of my, sides growing up. So he saw my more genuine, super happy, kind of. It was a good leader. I was very good with creating video games, carnival games. When we didn't have much, I created a lot from that. It's good interaction with everyone. At the same time, our sides were very much acted up. The bad sides too, But overall, it's just he's gonna hold that over your head. That's why I don't like that part of him too either. He's gonna pretty much look at your argument as invalid every time you say something because he's gonna think just because you don't know about
Anytime
us
when I
growing
wanted
up.
to speak things of those is like something has to like trying to get things across towards.
Yeah, and he doesn't care about
And
outside
look,
view.
like I
But
do know like Junior has a harder time in the reality of the world, and that's like
yeah,
something that you're trying to work towards more. Granted, like again, there's some qualities is like you probably don't experience that much, and there's something like things that you're mainly disappointed about with Junior. I pointed that out, like again, last
mm,
arguments ago, that there's always a recurring theme, like action speaks louder. Well, the first thing that I've been noticing every argument is it like it bothers me some. As I say, like you don't have to be close to like someone to live down in Mississippi and action is gonna speak word. Taking the initiative to arguing, that's action right there.
no, that's true.
Um, like there's sometimes like you guys kind of get tunnel visions, and like I said, I already told you, Daniel,
Hmm.
like wording things is probably need to strengthen better.
Yeah.
Ideal and viewpoints is like, granted, that's something I picked up, and I think things more deeply up towards what you're trying to get at.
Mm.
And not many more people can think like me, like having that more deep thoughts and more provocative how you feel and how like you want to become better in league and stuff. And
Mm.
if things don't align to your goals of this person that views the same towards your goal, then you don't really want to talk to them as much, but you're still kind of close.
Yes.
So you just have to work things differently with that person.
Yeah.
It's, which, again, that's something I picked up. Julian doesn't quite get that.
Mm.
He is not that level towards how me and he was. So, like, it's hard to say, like, there's times, and this is always, every argument is working towards a better understanding to each other.
Mm.
That's why I feel Junior does get emotional. Again, like you see how many times I'm getting cut off here.
Yep.
Um, he's not very. It's like I said, not very open-minded. Like and stuff, he puts his own past. It's like he puts his own past into this argument. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, of you and Junior is between y'all's past is where all his pent up regression is coming at. So this is
Yeah.
seemingly more bigger than us and like Thomas and like all this.
He likes to make that a very large, I won't say exactly excuse or reason. A reason is a better word. Better reason for it. I don't like to look at the past too much, you know. I know people could change. Depends on how hard you try.
Like I clearly hear like
Yeah.
about you and how you treated Junior. It's like I clearly see you change. I clearly see that you're even though you're playing Lee, you guys are talking like normal brothers. I don't know why. There's something between in the past that he's clearly like again. There's regression towards. I clearly see you, Daniel, like talking to like Junior. There's this one word. It's a past. It's something that really hurt him mentally.
Mm.
And again, it is something towards just like working brothers, relationship, communicating like brothers, and all this stuff. That's over time. I'm not worried about that. I'm not stressing too much about it. That's something you guys gotta work about that. But this is like I'm trying to digest Junior and between whatever you guys have.
Yeah.
That something connection of that past. Clearly, it's affected him that hard of the past.
What are the small things? I think he just has an ideal relationship he's trying to go for, and he's put a lot of effort in trying to build that ideal relationship between a family. The thing is, when you're putting effort in between people, can be a lot more difficult because it's not just a goal that you just achieve with yourself. It requires working as a team, and team is understanding multiple sides of the story, or different aspects, or different views. So he has this thing he really wants, and he's trying hard, and it's frustrating because he has to get a grasp of all these different personalities and try to make it, this super kind of connected family, or not just family, like family, not even just blood related, just group of really close friends and family, of course. That's what he really wants, just that ideal family. And then he's working hard for it. I see him. He's trying, he's communicating with the other brothers, and I see what he's trying to do. That's nice. Ultimately, I wouldn't mind having that too, but there's something else I more want now. I have to make sure I got a better grasp on understanding, listening, seeing different things. I could be like this is easily one thing, but this isn't my true feeling. So Jonathan, I could easily pretend be a good actor. I have good personality aspects of different aspects. I have different sides, angry, happy, connecting side. Right now, I have the more anger side and more goals. I have things I want to achieve. I haven't achieved it yet, so I'm focused on that. I know Junior wants me to be more, I got all this stuff, renting out a house, girlfriend, birthday, got all these good things. I understand. Those are nice. It's good to appreciate it, and I do appreciate it. But more, I also know that there's other things that I want to achieve as well, and those are more important. But I could easily just be, talk to Junior about, this is what I'm feeling, and just kind of have no care really, in a sense, or care about certain things. I could have a general idea of what Junior wants, but that's not what I want. So that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't want that. And if he wants that, he could put more actions, continue trying to talk, but it's kind of more repulsive too if he keeps putting like such a strong amount of emotions and can't have a logical argument. If he could talk more logical, have better understanding, try to listen more, try to have better arguments, then maybe they'll have a better talk, and I could be like, okay, I can see where you're coming from more, but I don't agree. But I don't know. Like I said, I know a good idea of what Junior's kind of aiming for, and I see it. I was like, you could try to do that. You could put effort into it. Maybe you'll get Junior, you get Travis, Randy, Mom, Pa, all that super connected. Myself, I got other things I want to do right now, so that's not important at the moment. I have a good foundation. I know our love is pretty strong for the whole family, and I'll keep us together. But I know Junior wants that ultimate high, super connected relationship. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, just don't really just ignore
Nice, nice.
those touches. Again, you always had.
Mhm.
If he just really is trying to make an effort, slowly, get into a little bit. It's if it makes Junior a bit better, but I'm not saying just for you. There's many things Junior also has to work as well.
Yeah.
But like I said, in every argument, there is no such thing as a disagreement or agreement. It's just getting ideals across towards and acknowledging stuff.
I
Like
agree with
I've
that.
been key focus in this whole argument is like I said, y'all gotta just work things out.
Yeah, true. I meant, that's true. Working things out. Like, see, my issue is I don't see any issues really. I just see literally relationship levels. You know, my relationship level with
And
you is
clearly
pretty
you
high.
have talked with
Junior is pretty
Junior
high.
like normally,
Yeah.
and you don't have any resentment. I don't think so.
I do not have resentment. Junior like has like, see,
Then
whenever he says a lot of words like I'm demeaning. I mean, of course, I could be a little bit more harder on Junior, because you know I have that.
that's
re-
what like
level
here is
used
I
to.
picked up where Junior gets tunnel vision and towards like he doesn't pick up like these key like moments right now like
Yeah.
we're talking. Because clearly you want to change those up and not giving the room to talk about it, and I clearly see that.
Changing up. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that.
Or you're trying to have those small like key moments that you wanted to speak things more about it. Or I don't know. There's just things I was listening more towards that you didn't want to portray yourself as like Demeter. So yeah, you could be a little cruel, but like not most of your interactions is not that way.
Yeah, I like to. You know, I like to have my nice, warm aspect at times. That's what I like to have on the out tier or the outside the shell. You know, a lot more easier. So a lot more easier, you know, to have people. But once I trust people are good with understanding, you know, the more warm side, you know, then they could, if they want to know more about me, they could understand the more cold side. And I think Junior right now is not really happy with the colder side, but doesn't mean I'm not happy and warm. I mean, I like that side, you know, it makes people smile, and I like seeing that. But if I could understand that people, and I trust people could accept the more, you know, colder side, I guess, the more, what's that word, maybe realistic. There's a word I'm missing for it. You know, the more logical, I guess. I'm trying to think I don't know exactly where I'm looking for it though.
It's
Then I'll
more
start showing them more.
realistic.
They'll
That's
hit
all
the
I can
more,
put it at.
yeah, the more real me, you know, like I try to keep things pretty real, but at the same time I'm very contradictory at times too, because I love having, it's like a yin and yang, you know, I love ideals but also know the realistic side, and like, yeah, there's a low chance of it happening, but I want to have, you know, fun and try to do this impossible thing, and I want to do that. But then Junior, I don't know, he wants something too that's really ideal. I don't know. I gotta get a better grasp on what he actually wants, because I know based on it sounds already explained
It's
to you.
clearly something that's granular that he's making. Like I don't understand what's between y'all and not what I'm trying to get people at.
Like you get the gist of it. Like he kind of wants me to act a certain way, right?
In a certain way, yes, but not really. That's something I don't approve of because, again, as human nature as we are, is we have our own personalities. There's no way, like, you can recommend people and change it, like I said, and like everybody will say, it changes over time or just how the way you are, but you change it up to where it's not demeanor, if I'm using Junior's word.
Yeah.
But you're keeping things real but clearly, I'm seeing thing as a mental like regression with Junior, like something that's been pent up for a really long time, and clearly maybe it's just those small interactions or something. Like he wanted to talk to you and all this stuff. Your league is like bothersome. Whatever is like I said, I don't know how the whole league thing during I don't know like last night or something that links up to this. I know both parties is not in the wrong and the right. Is something those small interactions and hmm, like I said, things work on some communication, work things wordings better.
Hmm.
Clearly, I know your goal is to become good at things you want to improve. Like
Mm-hmm.
an example for League, I clearly see that you want to work better on League, but I also again see another point is like there's something more than League that is more important as well.
Mm.
So League is not really as much of a focus,
Yes.
but in gaming competitiveness, that's something you want to work towards. So it's like your hobby competitive.
Yes.
So again, word things a little bit better there. So probably add more things. Is like there's something other than league that you know, that's not my priority, but this is more of a hobby.
Mm.
Like I said, again, word things better.
Mm. Mm. Agreed. That was good. I like that one.
Like I said, I clearly see it.
Mm.
You don't know how many times I deal that with you, so I
Mm.
clearly see something.
Yeah. But in time, as Junior grew, I think he's definitely I don't know. Definitely with Reina though. I think he looking at more of definitely I think he's more looking out for Reina because he wants that for Reina. Also a bit
Whoa.
for him too though. But I don't want to use Reina as resource that. Of course I'm gonna stay close, but I'm not gonna be super close. There's a whole bunch of cousins everywhere. I got Omari, I got Rio, and then I got Olivia. Now I got Reina, and then it's just there's gonna be
It
so much
again,
more.
it's like clearly too much things to handle and too much to interact with all the family. Like if I had to really understand, like Mark understands, even Randy understands, is like having connections with the babies and stuff is like too much to ask for a person to like get into their lives as quickly as possible. That's inhumanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
You will be there with them whether like they be seven, they don't even know you. Like so all those small, like I said, all these small interactions you make can easily make them remember you and enjoys a much nicer experience, maybe more serious experience. It depends again everyone's approach. Like I completely understand. Like since he wants to use Reina as a key focus to get her an everyday, every second of her life is something that I don't approve of. You'll be there with Reina.
Yeah.
I don't know what Junior wants to add her as a argument, but
Yeah. I don't
you'll
think my
be there.
I don't think my
Definitely. You
demeanor's
won't
mean.
forget or like she's not like a high priority.
And like it seems like he thinks my Discord demeanor is gonna be how I reflect on Reina. It's kind of like because you know how I am whenever I'm actually over there versus how I'm on the Discord. You could sense a little bit of difference, right? Because at home I'm more in my regular relaxed state. This is how I usually act. You know, I'm focused on something. I'm not gonna really communicate as much. He wants me to communicate more. I'm just like, communicating is a lot of effort. I mean, I'll communicate a little bit, but not as much. Or if I'm angry at something, I'll just try to focus that. I trust y'all with my more anger as much. I'm not gonna try. I know sometimes I blow up at
It's
you, so I feel bad for that at times, especially with League
I
on
mean,
that.
if through the many times I've argued, I've already got a better understanding. So
Yeah,
you're some in that league mood, you're in serious focus, so I don't really try to bother.
yeah. But eventually, once I get it to that state, because I trust myself, I know I could get up to a very higher state. And it's always those certain times, I remember those times when starting league, I'll play and I'll get my ass beat for like a whole bunch of games for a certain champion. I'm like, okay, let me start seeing what I need to do. And I start thinking, strategizing, imagining all in my head. And then I still keep going hard, go hard, and get a good build. And then once I get to a good state where I could win on a more easier level, when I have to put so much energy or focus into it, then I get more content. And then I'm more, like, okay, I could take more of a break. I got to a level I'm happy with until it gets to that area where I gotta go hard again. But right now, this is the level. I'm playing with a lot of diamonds and masters and high plat players in normal and ranked elo. So it's in a sense I'm looking at it as this game, right, testing my skills and see how much I could push or train myself to get to the next level. And eventually that correlates not just to League of Legends, different aspects of life. This is just more challenge on life. Can you beat this game, and this challenge is giving you, can you beat these players and get up to the next level? So
Yeah.
I'm
So
looking at it
that's
as that.
very
And
the
I don't like
competitive
the
mind.
aspect of it's just a game. I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's like that argument is always, how would I, you get what I'm saying? Like people just
I
say
completely understand
it's
because
annoying.
I'm at that shoe where which I was a competitive head CS:GO player. It's
Yeah.
not clearly just a game. Like I put 1 year of my whole life to become better
Mhm.
at it, and I continuously grind. I'm pretty sure, um, if people experience that way, and yeah, I definitely understand that part.
And like it could
It
translate to other aspects too. Like
like that's why it's like competitive, like the game you really love to play is something you wanted to become better at the game.
mm,
That's how I was with CS:GO.
yeah. True, true.
Like I don't know, Junior is again, it's something more than just League, and it's something with you, the way you're
Mm.
wording. Pretty much, I think working on acknowledgments, and you see that he is trying. Don't really
Yes.
forget that.
But I'm not gonna really like I said, I have strong like my feelings I'm very keen on. Like I said, if he wants to get the more genuine happiness, and I genuinely just like, yeah, I genuinely see, I have a little bit of a reaction inside. I'm like, oh, he's trying, that's good. But like, I don't
It's
know.
those little things like, okay, I see, really trying, but
It's just like he's trying, but it's not like a hard try. But it's just a lot more, maybe if he tries to listen more, have a better argument. I know he's a very, emotional, and his arguments he put a lot of emotion and feeling, and I understand. But like if you want to definitely get to the next level and you want to have a more impact on me, then there's certain things that I'm more looking for that has an impact on me. I'm not gonna just change because you want me to. I meant, and he wants to understand me more, but he wants me to change. This is a weird kind of thing. Like he wants
so
to know the
yeah,
real
like
me,
you
but
want
he
to
wants to.
be as you. Like
It's so weird. Like
it's a very hard thing to understand human psychology. Like I mean, that's psychology itself, but
he
Jenny
wants me to
has to
be
have
close.
worked things out. Like, I don't really try to put my emotions in arguments as often. That's the one thing I learned from you.
You gotta be careful with it. You can at times. It's just you can't. You have to be. What's that
The
word?
main point that in every argument is getting your answers across.
Mm-hmm.
Straightforwardness. Like, I know you feel these type of ways, and you say that to me, but
Mm-hmm.
like, you had to be calm and level-headed with this.
Yes, a lot of times calm, level-headed, but definitely emotions can help portray your intent, and you
Emotion
can get
helps,
more
like, but you still
genuine.
gotta.
Yeah, just
Make it calm and very clear-minded.
yes.
As
So
long as you said your pieces, it's how it should be. It
Wait.
also is very contradictory that he also says, "Let the person talk," and he does that more. That's why I was trying to get more stuff across. Then that's why I'm not involved in most of y'all's argument.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully when Junior gets more of a like I try not to push away too many people's arguments or say because I try to listen to a lot of different perspectives, and I want to have a very large family with not just people blood related, but with just people. Like you're part of the family too. But eventually, I want to build a space for that. So in a sense, that's why I do want to continue on my Discord as well, create a community. And this could be more the family Discord more, but there's different things I want to create. But yes, I understand what he's looking. Just Junior.
Like I said, just acknowledge, word things better, Daniel, and then, you know, that's all I
I
have to
think
really
I word things
say
pretty
much.
well. Oh no, it depends. I'm pretty. I
And
definitely
then
very
there's a
careful
lot of
how it
things I
works.
should say a lot of things about Junior, but
He wants
it's
me to
gonna take
sugarcoat things.
too much time to me to tell him that.
Yeah.
It's clearly something he's still very brand new with arguing stuff,
Yeah.
and he puts his past onto the arguments, like saying he has a more tougher time than that.
Yeah.
Like, granted, yes, you have a baby. That is a tougher time, and you're struggling. You're massively in debt. We clearly understand your frustration. Like, I guess that's why he's feeling that way, and that's why you never experienced those ways. And many times is he likes to put those stuff in there and saying he has a worse life, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to teach him those lies, and where he doesn't get into that situation, which is frustrating as a brother to see that your little bro is into this mess of a hole where he shouldn't be. Which that I picked up, and not to mention I did bring this to Hugh a lot of times about your arguments. That is very frustrating as an older brother. I would be
see.
like a disappointment too if Hugh hasn't even said much things like, "Do I get a job?" and all this stuff.
You know what? That actually helped me realize a little more. I think Junior is wanting that big brother relationship where I have a more role in his life. Right now, I'm just more of a kind of
Which
a
he
cheer.
brought up to.
Yeah, I'm just like on the side cheering him on. That's about it. I'm not really there having an impact or kind of help guide him. I'm just there. So that's my aspect. I like to look at myself as, you know, in a sense, there whenever I need to be. And if I don't need to be there, then I'll use my time elsewhere. Because I try to help people whenever it's a time of need, or whenever it's be very efficient or helpful. If I feel like it won't be as helpful, I'll probably leave and go somewhere else I might be needed more. You know,
And
I like
I guess
to
that's
do that.
why he's bringing that up too, is him with phone calling with Randy and stuff. Him having a bigger part of life. Probably is that why you're thinking that one too.
He probably wants me to have more of a role of a big brother. To me, I feel like I'm not needed as a big brother, but he probably just wants that just for the more, you know, bonding. So, but to me, that's all right, but that's not what I want. So
it's like, again, thinking like is he needs a time of needs or something. He'd like to have like a fact opinion from your brothers, you know. Something you have experience and knowledgeable about, and something you can give an advice towards.
Yep. I don't mind giving wisdom, but
yeah. Yeah, so Sharon, probably that's why he feels that towards where he's in his down, as his dumps. He wants your wisdom, at least.
Oh, sorry. What?
You're good. Just careful.
I know.
Okay.
I just closed the blinds for a second.
But yeah.
But yeah, you can go have fun and play League.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna play League. I know Tia got on. Sure, she was on for a while. and talking
Yes.
to Junior, and then I don't know what you're up to for today.
Well, I'll probably just chill with Ninja.
We might get
Watch
Monster
some
Hunter too.
episode.
Oh yeah, and y'all been watching what?
Barry, this HBO show.
I was looking at. Oh, crap. Hold on a second. I'll be back. I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you fall asleep?
Hey, Grandma. Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just feeling, a little old, a little old today, or maybe I'm super young. I feel super young. I'm feeling nice and fresh. Mhm. Thank you, Grandma. Aw. Okay, that's good. Whew. Today, that was interesting. Well, I didn't expect it to be so interesting. So, Junior, we had like a nice conversation. It was kind of like an argument, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was trying to just get our points across, and Junior getting pretty emotional too. I was a little more colder. Pretty much the gist of it, he wanted to get closer, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm not too used to getting too close, so we were talking about for like 2 hours or hour-ish. It was a while, so that was interesting. Yeah, but it was nice. He got his point across, and I try to get mine, but it's interesting. We'll have a lot more conversations about this later, so. But it seems like he's doing well, though. Yeah, Junior. True. He's trying, so that's an interesting conversation. So now we're talking more. So hopefully we'll get like closer. Yeah. Oh, Taylor! I wonder how she's doing. How are you doing, Taylor?
I'm fine.
Oh, she said she's fine. She's right here. Oh, what?
Wait, what?
Grandma says she's gonna come steal you since I don't know how you're doing.
I tell you, yeah. You didn't get together with none of them other frat boys and cousins and y'all not getting together today doing this thing?
No, I don't think so. No, should be pretty relaxed. There's a lot of snow here, so it was pretty nice. We drove around the snow last night, so that was really cool.
I bothered him the entire week to come up with something to do for his birthday, and he didn't give me anything.
Nope.
But I still got him birthday presents.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you have to tell her she has to figure that out. If she waits for you to tell her, she ain't doing herself.
Mm-hmm.
She can figure it out and surprise you.
Yep. Because I usually take care of things myself, so there's a lot of things I don't. But yeah, if you think of something, I'm usually down unless it's something that I
It's
really care for.
your birthday. We do what you want to do. Oh, I adore you, but sometimes you are worth screaming at.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. It's like Junior.
I tell you. What Junior's not doing anything, is
I think they're about to go celebrate a birthday or something. I know because Pa's birthday is pretty soon, so they're gonna. Yeah.
And I know Roma said they going over to Maze and her grandchildren are having a birthday party today, and they supposed to take Christmas rain up to the party.
I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing today.
That's it.
Yeah. I didn't know if they were going or not, but I know Roma and your dad are going.
No.
Yeah. Well,
We could go to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That sounds relaxing. Hopefully not too boring.
Do, 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 do.
Like, like, thank you, Grandma. Appreciate it. No, no worries, Grandma. Thank you. Okay, Grandma. I love you. No, I love you, Grandma. Okay, no promises though.
I'll keep you in mind.
Okay, Grandma. Okay, Grandma said keep me bad.
I'll keep you. I'll keep him in line. Don't worry.
She said keep making me bad. That's what Grandma said.
I will make sure you.
No,
Alright,
Taylor
I'll-
said yeah, she got you. Oh, okay, Grandma. Okay, Grandma. Okay, I'll talk to you later, Grandma. Okay, bye.
Of course, I'll keep you in line. And stare down your other won't. Oh wait, no, you're not going that way just yet. Who do you think you are?
I don't know. Oh, there's microphones there.
Well, now I get you. So, huh?
Oh, you got me? I got you.
Why are you so hard?
You gotta be a little stronger than that.
Fine. Tactics will be changed.
Oh, I see.
Fine. Two of us can play this game.
Mhm.
Ha. Fear me.
She
I'm
said
Nebtall.
dinosaur.
Roar!
QB body pillow is here.
You said a body pillow?
Yeah, his QB body pillow.
Oh, 2D? So you're my body pillow?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 2D. I thought it was just 3D.
No, not 2D.
Oh.
2B.
So she's 4D? 4D body pillow.
No, the character. You're dominant. No,
Oh.
Memeing.
Oh, 5Ds.
Wait, am I a demon?
No.
Yeah, she's a demon.
Oh, I love this idea.
Yeah, so she's a demon, I see.
Actually, open.
I mean, I have the red hair.
No, he's saying you're 2B.
Ooh, it feels nice. Peachkin.
Oh, you have a body pillow?
I still have your body pillow.
I meant the, come on, new one. I
Wait,
thought
you
you
had
No.
Okay, no, he has the saber body pillow.
Oh yeah, because I can.
Mm-hmm. Yep, thank
Good
you.
luck getting that off here. Oh my goodness, it looks like a mark on here. Never mind, let me get it off you.
I was gonna get it off later, but yeah, I do wanna hit up the league soon. I know I don't wanna keep T. I told T I was gonna hop on pretty soon, like an hour ago. So. Oh damn.
Oh, so that's how they gonna put. I hate it when it's on the sides.
What'd you say?
This body sheet.
Hmm.
It's like the zipper's on the side of the pillow, not under.
Let me see.
Which that's annoying if you're trying to like hug it and you touch like
Okay.
the zipper things.
Oh, yeah, that could be a little annoying.
But man, that looks pretty high quality.
Oh, you looking at a picture?
No, I have it right now.
Oh, so wait, you got another one, or is it just the same one?
This is for Scaps.
Oh,
His
for
birthday.
scabs. Okay. Oh, which one? Wait, which one you got them this time? Were we like looking at them? Oh, 2B,
Yeah, so-
right?
Yeah, it's 2B.
Oh, that must be. Is it like super? It's not too lewd, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's not lewd at all.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
everyone gets a body pill.
Yeah.
He
man.
doesn't need one.
What do you mean?
Yes,
okay.
me.
Okay, Tom, give me one now.
He needs more
you got
warmth.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do have to compete against GF for your attention at times.
Yeah. It's true. Ah! Mm-hmm. But yes.
Now the only thing, and I guess I'm chipping his body pillow so I can put it on it.
Mm.
The amazing thing is buying stuff on eBay. Damn, Daniel, put on some lights.
Awesome lights. Is it too dark? A little. Oh yeah. One second. Can you get my other phone? Right there.
Oh wait, nah, I thought you changed your whole nano leaf.
Mm-mm.
Still mad at you.
Okay. Let's use the bathroom.
Turn on the lights.
Oh, that is hot.
Yeah, your big fur coat.
Indeed. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Nice bathroom.
Oh, have your fun. Let's go to Barrett.